What's your name?
Justine.
You consider yourself to be?
Bye.
Bi. So you like guys and girls?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from?
Fairhaven, Mass.
Do you want to talk about military at all?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
I was in the Army, and I was an intelligence analyst.
Awesome.
Just like the FBI of the Army, I guess you could say.
So, the whole don't ask, don't tell was instated when you were in the military.
Yes. And it didn't really bother me because the whole don't ask, don't tell thing really, honestly, only applies to guys. Like, in basic, we had a couple girls that would intentionally make out with other girls when the drill sergeant was there so they'd get kicked out. But once you get past that, like, training part, nobody really cares. Like, I dated a girl that was in my unit, and she was an E5 and I was only an E3, and our first sergeant knew, and he didn't really, as long as you don't, display it and walk around kissing and hugging and all that stuff, then it kind of just gets pushed under the rug. Because if you're a good soldier, you're a good soldier. It doesn't really matter if you're gay, straight, or bi. Well, some girls you kind of just know. It's kind of hard to get around that. But I did date guys in the Army too, so it wasn't really ever. No one really ever asked me. They can't ask. So, and it's not something just like, oh, hey, first time. By the way, I like girls. You know what I mean? You don't talk about it. I think it's harder for guys in the military than it is for girls because everyone's like, oh, you're a fag.
You said you dated someone in the military. How did you guys end up dating?
She.
Like, how did she know that you were into?
I told her.
Oh, okay. And how did you know she was into you?
Yeah. Well, she got to the unit probably a couple months after I did, and she was obviously very gay. You could tell. She had short hair and the way you could tell by the way someone walks.
Yeah.
That they're gay.
Really?
Yeah, they have a walk. I was stationed in Germany, so we partied a lot. And I think one night when we were all just drinking, she started talking about liking girls, and I was like, oh, I like girls, and we dated from then on. I mean, actually, we deployed to Iraq, and we were roommates, which was probably the worst mistake we could have made, because that's when we ended up breaking up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was bad. I had to do a lot of push-ups because she, like I said, she was a sergeant, and I was a lower, I call them junior enlisted. I don't like to be called lower enlisted. And her and I got into an argument, and I was on the night shift and she was on the day shift, so when I was leaving, she was coming in. But we ended up crossing paths, and we got into an argument, and she wouldn't let me leave the room, and it was a disaster. So I just went to work. Well, she ended up coming in to find me, and she started cussing me out, which is okay because she's an E5 and I was just an E3. Except I started cussing her out too, which is not a good idea in front of.
What's E5 and E3 mean?
She was a sergeant, so she was a non-commissioned officer.
Okay.
She'd been in for a few years, and you're more of a leader.
Yeah.
And then I was just like a soldier.
Okay.
So, and I was a private first class at the time. I might have been a specialist.
So she was kind of your superior.
Yeah, but we were in different sections, so we weren't crossing the wrong paths, even though we were just because we were girls. But so I started kind of mouthing off to her, and an E7, who was a sergeant first class, overheard me yelling at her, and he didn't like that too much. I had to write a 5-page essay on why you shouldn't disrespect a non-commissioned officer, and I had to do a lot of push-ups. And I was like, wow, that sucks. She's my girlfriend. Of course I couldn't say that. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people, now that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is gone, I still don't think a lot of people are just going to come out and be that way, because it's not the Army. You know what I mean? In the Army, you need strong people, and like I said, I think it affects guys more because they think oh, you're girly and you're not going to be able to support, or get my back when I need you, or, stuff like that, which I think is stupid. I mean, we had a guy in our unit who was gay, you would have never known it, ever, until he told you. But then when he did tell you, you don't even, it's still no different. You know what I mean? As a mechanic, he's this big buff guy, and you just would never know. Yeah. The only issue I have with the don't ask, don't tell thing going away is you can now be openly gay and you can get married, but you still don't get the same benefits that married couples get because federally gay marriage isn't recognized. So you're not going to be able to live in a house together unless you live off base and you pay your own rent. But you won't be able to live in housing together. They won't. You guys can't get health insurance together. So it's not really. All it really is hey, I can say I'm gay now without getting kicked out. I'm Justine, and I've been there. down the stairs, and it was fucking crazy. And then the kid, I went back up and ran my 50 cal, and the kid next to me had a 240, and he got shot, like right in his neck.
Oh man.
And he was like squirting blood
Did he
everywhere.
die?
No.
Thank God.
I had to shove my fingers inside of his neck.
Oh my God.
And like grab his, I don't know, aorta or whatever is over here,